Are you looking for the best Nerf guns? In this video we will look at some of the 7 best Nerf guns on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so I'll make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Nerf Modulus Recon MKI Blaster. The feature that sets the Nerf Modulus Recon MKI Blaster apart is the dart shield that can be attached to the top of the gun. While this seems like a cool idea, it's not big enough to shield players from any shots unless their opponent is basically standing 4 feet in front of them. Great idea, not so great in execution. The Nerf Modulus Recon MKI Blaster was difficult to shoot for both our kid and adult testers. You have to pump the slide back and forward for each shot, which slowed down how quickly they were able to shoot their opponents. The Recon MKI Blaster also shoots really hard, which led to concern among the parents in our testing group that players could get hurt. The Recon MKI Blaster does have a clip that holds 12 darts, but everyone found that it was hard to remove and took time to load, though not as difficult as the Pharaoh. As far as accuracy, the Nerf Modulus Recon MKI Blaster scored pretty low, but it does have a long range, making it good for use outside. Number 2. Zuru Xshot Crusher. Similar in design to the Xshot Omega, the Crusher features pump action that can blast up to 4 darts per second. That's definitely a great thing, assuming the gun isn't too heavy for your kids to manage. Our youngest tester could barely lift the Crusher up, and she certainly couldn't hold it steady long enough to take advantage of this trait. In terms of accuracy, the Crusher scored low, and it wasn't especially easy to pull back the handle to load a dart into the chamber. The 35 dart belt is a pro, however, and we didn't have issues with the auto-rotating belt causing the gun to jam as we did with the Omega. The Crusher has a long shooting range, supposedly up to 90 feet, but its lack of accuracy cancelled out any positive impact that provides. Number 3. Zuru Xshot Omega. The Zuru Xshot Omega is a cool-looking gun that's sure to intimidate even the most seasoned Nerf opponent. This gun shoots the farthest of any of the Nerf guns we tested, but, unfortunately, that doesn't translate into accuracy at hitting a target. That being said, the Xshot Omega can shoot up to 4 darts per second, so if you're looking for sheer volume as opposed to tailored aim, this gun won't disappoint. There's no question that one of the features that sets the Xshot Omega apart is that it holds lots of darts, which means you won't have to pause your Nerf battle to reload. However, our kid testers found that it was difficult to line the darts up in the chamber, which resulted in issues with the gun jamming. One of the best features of the Xshot Omega is that you prime the blaster by pulling back on the handle mounted on the top of the gun. While this may sound difficult considering the size of the gun, it has little resistance, which means that it was easy for even our youngest tester to manage. Number 4. Zuru Xshot Reflex 6 Royale Edition. The Zuru Xshot Reflex 6 is a compact gold-plated gun, but it lacks a detachable score. That means that it's not very accurate when it comes to hitting an intended target. In fact, my daughter found it so annoying that she wasn't able to hit her victim, me, that she rated the Reflex 6 difficult and frustrating. As far as loading the projectiles, the Xshot Reflex 6 took the top spot in the easy-to-load category, likely because users can quickly and easily pop the projectiles right into the rotating chamber. A good choice for younger Nerf gun obsessives who might otherwise have a hard time figuring out complicated steps, the Xshot Reflex 6 works with a simple spring and plunge load design. Simply pull back the hook on the rear of the gun and then just push the trigger to shoot the darts. Number 5. Nerf Ultra Pharaoh Blaster. The Nerf Pharaoh Ultra is a huge gun. While that's certainly a plus when it comes to intimidating your opponents, it is decidedly not a plus for kids. In fact, the Pharaoh Ultra is so long and heavy that it was practically impossible for my 7-year-old daughter to manage, and she needed help holding it up to shoot. Another huge problem with the Pharaoh Ultra is that it's very difficult to remove the clip in order to fill it with Nerf darts. Neither of my kids was able to get the clip out without adult help, and even I had such a tough time getting it out that I had to get my husband to help. Our adult testers also had a difficult time with the clip and rated the Pharaoh Ultra as the most difficult to load of all the guns we tested. Needless to say, this is not a Nerf gun that kids are going to be able to manage on their own. The Pharaoh Ultra did get points for accuracy though, thanks to the integrated scope and how far it can shoot. It also felt durable and like it can withstand lots of hard use, so it could be an ideal choice for older teen Nerf enthusiasts. Number 6. Nerf Dino Squad Rex Rampage. The Nerf Dino Squad Rex Rampage is the only Nerf gun we tested that required batteries, which turned out not to be much of a pro, as it made the gun really heavy. If you're scoring simply on looks, however, the Dino Squad Rex Rampage is a winner thanks to its resemblance to an actual T-Rex. The bright red and green colors also help it to stand out, and it was the first gun that my kids wanted to test because they found it so appealing. Unfortunately, outward appearance is the best thing the Dino Squad Rex Rampage has going for it. Our testers did like that the clip holds 10 darts at a time, but it scored low for accuracy at hitting a target, and every single tester felt that it was underwhelming. The battery power means that there's no need to prime the blaster, users simply fire up the motor and press the trigger, but no one felt that this feature made up for the Rex Rampage's overall shortcomings. Number 7. Nerf Elite 2.0 Commander RD6. The Nerf Elite 2.0 Commander is one of the simpler guns that we tested, but it consistently garnered high marks from both our adult and child testers. The foam darts are extremely easy to load quickly. You simply stick them directly into the rotating chamber, and while it didn't have perfect aim, players hit the intended target more often than not. Another reason for the Nerf Elite 2.0 Commander's high marks is that it is easy to shoot. Players don't have to figure out a complicated combination of buttons and levers in order to prime the blaster. All they have to do is pull back the top slide before pulling the trigger. It didn't require a lot of hand or upper body strength to use the slide either, unlike in some of the other models we tested, which made it fun for players of all ages, even my 7-year-old daughter. With a price tag of under $10, the Nerf Elite 2.0 Commander provides the most bang for your buck, pun intended. Sure, you could spend upwards of $50 on a fancy Nerf gun that requires batteries, but it won't be nearly as easy to use or as fun for everyone to play with. The Nerf Elite 2.0 Commander has such a low price point that you might as well purchase at least two so that you can have a truly epic and evenly matched Nerf gun battle.